Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and I'd like to talk to you about pulling weeds in your life. Now, admittedly, I just came back from pulling weeds in my yard. It's a ritual every summer and spring, and it's something that keeps my husband and I busy forever, it seems like. But one of the reasons I like springtime and summertime is I like to drive up and down the street and I like to look at the beautifully manicured lawns. But invariably, as I walk up and down the street and I get closer to those beautiful lawns and beautiful flower beds, I see that some of them have weeds in them. Some of them have weeds all in them. And I'm just appalled that the people that live there don't notice it, don't use weed killer, don't somehow pull those weeds. And then invariably, as I get closer to my own home as I'm walking, I see that what looked like a beautiful plant in my flower bed is really a weed. And then by the time I pull that one weed, I end up pulling another and another, and I can be out there for 20, 30 minutes sometimes pulling weeds that I almost never paid attention to before that moment. Now those weeds are really pesky little things, but they're just like the weeds in our own lives. Weeds grow no matter what, and we have to constantly stay on top of them and tend our garden and tend our lawn to make sure that we're pulling those negative little things out of our lives. Weeds are things like controlling our appetite, making sure that we don't eat those foods that we know are not good for us, even though they taste so very good, but they're harmful to our health. Weeds show up in things like our attitude. Do I get short and brisk with my husband just because I'm irritated over something else? Do I neglect to spend time with God like I should? And as a result, it shows in my attitude and it shows in my spirit? Maybe I have to watch the character that I exhibit at work. I have to make sure that I don't tell little white lies that mushroom into bigger lies and bigger lies to cover up the first one, and therefore I end up deceiving all those around me. Or I have to make sure that I watch my actions, that I'm being careful of how I treat those around me, treating them with respect, treating them with the love of God. As a leader in so many areas of my life, I have to make sure that I'm looking at my garden first, that I'm pulling my pesky little weeds and making sure that they don't grow up into bad habits that are uncontrollable that others see. So I'm going to tend my weeds this summer, this spring, and you tend yours as well.